There was no scream, no flare of defiance, no final blaze across the sky. Just a silence where a star used to be. For years it burned like any other, fusing light from darkness, holding gravity at bay with the steady fury of its core. A distant furnace in a quiet corner of the cosmos, predictable, faithful, obedient to the rules we thought we understood. And then it was gone. Not dimmed, not obscured, not shattered in a glorious supernova. Gone. Astronomers had watched it patiently, measuring its pulse, tracing its breath through telescopes that drink starlight from across the abyss. It was massive, unstable, the kind of star that should end its life in violence, ripping itself apart in a final act so bright it could outshine entire galaxies.
Stars are supposed to die loudly. They are meant to announce their deaths in fire, but this one chose silence. Somewhere deep within its core, the balance tipped. Fusion slowed. The outward pressure that had resisted gravity for millions of years faltered. The star, once a titan of radiant power, began to collapse under its own weight. Gravity, patient and merciless, tightened its grip. Imagine a sphere of plasma larger than our sun, its heart collapsing inward at unimaginable speed. Atoms crushed together, electrons forced into protons, space itself bending as mass gathered into something denser than comprehension.
Normally, this is the moment of rebellion, the moment when a star fights back. The core rebounds, shockwaves roar outward, the outer layers explode in brilliance, a supernova, an exclamation point written in fire. But not this time. There was no rebound, no luminous farewell. The star's core collapsed and kept collapsing. It fell inward so completely, so decisively, that even light could not claw its way free. A black hole was born. Not in spectacle, not in triumph, in erasure. The outer layers, instead of detonating, may have simply slipped inward, swallowed whole by the newborn abyss, like a building imploding so cleanly it leaves no dust cloud, just absence.
From Earth, we saw only the aftermath, or rather, the lack of it. One day the star was there, a pinprick of ancient fire in a distant galaxy. The next, nothing but darkness, a gap in the pattern. It is deeply unsettling. We are used to cosmic violence announcing itself. Gamma-ray bursts that flash like cosmic lightning, supernovae that blaze across millions of light years. We have grown accustomed to the universe performing its catastrophes like theater. But this was different. This was quiet. And quiet can be far more terrifying. Because if a star can simply vanish, without warning, without spectacle, what else in the universe might disappear without a trace? Stars are not fragile things. They are colossal engines, balancing nuclear fury against gravitational collapse. For one to fail so completely that it leaves no brilliant corpse challenges our sense of cosmic order. It suggests that gravity, when it wins, does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers.
Inside that collapsing star, the density would have become extreme beyond imagination. A teaspoon of its final core would outweigh mountains. Space-time would curve inward like a whirlpool. The boundary where escape becomes impossible, the event horizon, would form quietly like a shadow sealing shut. And beyond that boundary, physics as we know it fractures. Time distorts, paths converge toward a singular fate. All the matter that once shone across space becomes trapped in a region so small, so compact that it defies intuition. A star that once lit its corner of the galaxy becomes a well of darkness. But here is the deeper unease. If the collapse happened without a supernova, it means the mechanisms we thought were inevitable are not. The script of stellar death has revisions. Gravity does not always follow the dramatic arc we expect. There are pathways to oblivion that do not explode. Some massive stars may skip the fireworks entirely. They may fold inward, swallow their own light, and leave the universe slightly dimmer than before, without ceremony.
In the grand scale of the cosmos, one vanished star is nothing. The galaxy contains hundreds of billions more. Their light weaves a tapestry so vast it dwarfs comprehension. And yet, the disappearance matters, because it reminds us how fragile brightness truly is. We stand on a planet warmed by a star that burns with reliable ferocity. Every sunrise feels eternal. Every beam of light feels guaranteed. But stellar physics is not sentimental. It is a negotiation between forces, and when the balance breaks, gravity does not hesitate. The star that vanished had spent millions of years holding itself together. Its entire existence was a resistance against collapse, a defiance written in fusion. In the end, resistance failed. There is something almost human in that. We too burn through our fuel. We push outward against invisible pressures. We shine, however briefly, in a vast, indifferent darkness. And when our balance falters, the universe does not pause. It continues.
The black hole left behind does not announce itself with color or flame. It reveals its presence through absence, through the way nearby stars move slightly wrong, through gas spiraling into invisible jaws, heating and glowing only at the edge of the abyss. But the original star is gone. Its photons, once streaming across space, have ceased, its identity reduced to gravity's grip. A vanished sun in a distant galaxy. No explosion, no cosmic memorial, just a quiet subtraction from the universe's ledger. And perhaps that is the most haunting truth of all. Not that stars can die, but that some can disappear so completely that unless we are watching closely, we might never know they were there at all. In the immense cathedral of space, lights flicker and fade without fanfare. The darkness does not need drama. It is patient. It is fast. It waits. Somewhere out there, even now, another massive star may be nearing that silent threshold, its core trembling, its balance thinning. From our perspective, it still shines serenely, faithful, radiant, alive.
But inside, gravity may already be winning, and when the moment comes, there may be no scream, only a shadow sealing shut. A star that once burned across the cosmos, reduced to a region where light itself cannot return. A reminder that in this universe, disappearance can be more powerful than explosion. Because sometimes the most violent act is not destruction, it is erasure.